a customer dropped in today that this iPhone 8, yeah, 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 this iPhone 8 is off and it's not powering on. And we asked what exactly happened, and she was like, she she put the phone on a charger, and she woke up the next day the phone was not powering on. So I asked my boy to open it. He just opened the down screws without touching it, but you can see that the phone has been to repairs before. So let's diagnose and see what's wrong with this phone. The first thing we do now is we give it a charger. We give it a charger. You guys can see how I trust this little boy. Uh, there is no charger. It's not charging. You can read any voicing. That means the phone is not charging. So now we should give it a battery and see which reading are we having in this phone. Uh, let's let's just pick up the short of the connectors. After we're done with that, we will then take off the battery itself. So in the first place, we need to put the screen aside and see what's exactly wrong with the phone. The upper screws are not Phillips screws, if I may say. The upper screws are those triangle screws. So for that one, uh, you need you need to change the screws and then know what's wrong with the phone. So now we took the screen out, and when you are a worker, at least you have to know your power readings and know the readings when the phone read such a way everything is okay. So uh, that's what we are going on with now. Let's let, let's give it let's give it a raw power and see the behavior. Let's give it a battery rather and see the behavior. So from there we will know what's wrong with the phone. Unfortunately, I mistakenly give a description of iPhone 7 initially because I was doing some iPhone 7 early in the morning before our network was back on, and I forgot to remove those names in. I forgot to remove those names in. I'll I'll fix that afterwards. Yeah, I'll fix that afterwards. This phone is iPhone 8 Plus. You can see there is a short on the board. So such a short might be on the VDD lines. Uh, we can we can bring the short killer in and just work it out once. But we want to know where exactly which capacitor is the problem. So diving in such a way, here comes our dear friend Mr. Thermal Camera. The thermal camera have to work in and show us exactly what's wrong, what makes the phone not powering on, and what collide and stop the phone from booting. We will now need our Mr. Thermal to come in. We are just launching the software. Here is Mr. Thermal, the little big boy. Yeah. So we slow down the power and so that we won't have any issue. Yeah. You can see the readings. Shows there is a short somewhere on the board. And unfortunately, our friend here, Mr. Tema, the Chinese giant, the magnificent Quan Li, said there is a short around here. So if there is a short around here, it might be at the back or at the front. So for now, we need to take out the board and turn it and see whether there was the short or the upper. And before that, here is not a shell, so we have to take out this shield here also and give it the power again and see whether there is no short or anything else over there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I already told you guys our microscope camera didn't come in as early as we thought, but we need to start this. With time when the microscope is in, you people will see what we check and what we do over the thermal camera also. Uh, we are having short here, so we shouldn't be playing with our battery. Wow, 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 wow. Oh shit. It's unfortunately we don't have the it's unfortunately we don't have the camera on the thermal. You people would have seen what I just encountered. Yeah. The the there is a little bit corrosion. Yeah, yeah. Let's dip into it, finding our brush and wipe that place a bit. All these are the common issues, but there are thousands devices that has the same issue. The the place is clean off now. Let's give it power and see what we are still having the shot. So now let's bring back Mr. 10 and then You see that? You see that? We are still having the shot. This is where we want to stay. Then we cross check the board. My my suspicious was on these two niggas. Yeah, I suspect these two niggas. So now we still don't need to go to the stigmatic now because these two niggas usually capacitors. You can see the shot there. There is a ground over there. You can see there is this shot over there. When the shot pops in, check here very well. When the shot pops in, you see that it beeps ding, then it gone back again. You see that shot? So I think there might be connection over there that we need to remove it. So let's go back to the microscope and get back on it again. One is capacitor, and I don't think the other one is also capacitor. That one might be a resistor or something different. That one might be a resistor or something else. So let's see whether confirm. So now the short is that line. That line is short. So we have to go and check which line is that. After checking which line is that, we will know which capacitor we should take it out or which capacitor we shouldn't take it out. Yeah, I found a way to edit the name. So I've changed it to iPhone 8. Yeah, I've changed it to iPhone 8. I didn't connect my schematic, but sooner than later I'll connect the application to. It's too expensive though, but I really love using it. I enjoy using it a lot. They are new in the system too, but using their listing is kind of weird But after you understand it, it's sweeter than all the softwares I've been using. And this one was gifted to me once again. Thanks a lot to Mubashir from Britco. Yeah, Mubashir from Britco. He's the one who gave me this software. Uh, I really appreciate, man. I think it's $80 or 100 or so. It's too expensive than all the softwares. So he gave me 1 year that I should check and see. When I like it, I can be buying that one. And for real, yeah, for real. I see the line. They, they are connected to one another. But the, the down one, I can confirm it was the one which is broken that caused the phone not going out because that one has changed color. Sometimes when they do change colors. Yeah. So let's go back and check the line. I didn't completely remove it there. I just took side of it so that so so confirm the line wasn't short here. Shaize, Shaize, Shaize. The line wasn't short here at all, but the line is DDD main, so it makes the work easier. We need to turn it around and see. We need to remove the board completely. Yeah, we need to remove the board completely. Since it's the VDD main, the work is quite simple. We can give it a short. We can give it a short killer to fix it, but I I don't prefer we should do that. I think we should pick. I think we should go and find where the problem lies and pick that exact capacitor off. And doing that will be going to the timer, but before that, we need to remove the board. Yeah. we need to remove the board and is the Z's. I mistakenly took a screw I shouldn't touch. I think we should place that one put so we can continue with what we are doing. Woo. I thought I I thought the water was as small as that. As small as that. Never knew it's more than a lake. You can see by the you can see by the same tree. You see how it rusted. Now let's turn back and see on the board too. There is even this powder inside the phone, which well, you didn't have video, but wow, the the water went in to stay, but it wasn't that plenty. Though you can for this we need to remove them Mhm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. How 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 I wish I wish my microscope was working. Because of what happened down here, I think we need to open the upper one also and check. Wow. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. I, I, I can't explain how rust this phone is. I don't think this phone was deep in the water. It was soaked in. This phone, there won't be any more removing of capacitor because, and if you remove capacitors also, you should number it. If you remove more than five and it's still showing you another one to move, I don't think you should move it again. Talk to the customer, the phone is dead. And what else left for you to do is 50-50 because at, you are doing it on your risk. iPhone 7 shouldn't have ball swapping because how much is the phone and you swapping the CPU. iPhone 8 rather. Sorry, I mistakenly take 8 for 7. Hey, no. Let's go back to Mr. Dana. We are having nothing here now, for now. You see where the big boy is showing now. So let's tackle this big boy. This is the big boy which is showing. You see that? Forget about this one. This one is a booster. You see, sometimes when the power is going and the power is not having the way to go, it definitely come back and stay where the power was pulling. So that's why this one is also getting hit for now. So this is where we should go and come back and see whether our problem is rectified or not. So let's take that one off and see if our problem is done or not. We are testing the VDD line first. It's shorting. So this capacitor is the one which is heating. I'm sorry I didn't set up my uh, software, but I'll set it inshallah by the next video. Usually, when I take an IC out, I place it somewhere and test and make sure that IC is short. That's the short of that capacitor. When I take a capacitor out, I make sure and test it without being on the board and make sure that capacitor is short. So now we are going to the board. The short still, I think the short is gone, but I'm not having the values I should have there. No short, no values. I, 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 there is a short still, but this short will not stop it from booting. Normally, usually when I'm having this short, I, 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 I used to still give you your phone out because this short, this is where that short is also appear near the power ice. A lot of corrosion, so it will drive us. If I didn't see this, I'll give you your phone. You see that it's gone. So when I power it back, you see that shot pops up again. So let's check that one and pick it up. But when we check that one and pick that one out, don't go further. I repeat, don't go further, because when you are going further, you are losing the strength of the phone. Yeah, for that one you can see it clear because the corrosion shows there. It has rusted. The upper one is gone. Hmm. Remember, I said you shouldn't go further. Let me check that one. Though I said last but last but least. I won't say but last but not least. Last but least. After this, we are not going for anyone again. So how much now? Such a reading is what I said when I'm having it on the phone. I used to give it to clients. With time, it will vanish to 00. Yeah, because this one is not that reading. When even with the thermal camera, you will see where exact this shot is. This is a partial shot, so your machine will work. I think I found it. Yeah. You know, you know, now what? 16,000. Zona, zona. Mm. You see that? Let's go back. Give it a power and see. You see that? Yeah. All the board has rust. So uh, uh, many many places on the board has rust. So definitely you will face such a issue. So let's finish with that one and let's fix this thing out and confirm everything is completely fixed. Because we shouldn't at least give someone a phone that we knew the person might be back in a few days that the phone is off again. We should at least fix it and make sure we done. You know, but such case when you have such a case, I think you should tell the customer that the phone has impacted a lot of damages. So the best advice you will give is the person should start preparing for a different phone. Let let's go back to the power again and see where uh, whether we will have the shot or not. Sorry, this one takes a lot of time. Pimping, we done. No shot. Sorry, this one takes a lot of time from us, but I think we should give it a power and see the results. The results might be amazing or might not be amazing. Normally, I don't check my results on the in the phone chassis. I usually check my results with my boot up powers, but I'm putting it on this chassis to verify if there is a short elsewhere. Everything that water might damage it is fixed. Then you give it your power supply. So if anything else is reading abnormal, you take it from there, either changing or finding what it is and repair it done. There is nothing having issue again. It's only the board. Power, power in, power going, shoot, shoot, power, power in, power going, drop, drop, not drop, shoot, shoot, not shoot, 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 not shoot, shoot. It's gone. It's gone. So now we're done. Let's give it a screen and see if there is there is no problem on the screen also. Power up, shooting young. We got one, we leave it. Let's see what will happen. Power, power in, shoot. It's coming. It's coming. This one, I think she's we're done. You can still see the power on the screen. We give every time warning. She should give it out or she should remove anything she needed from it or else problem don't scatter. Salaam alaikum for now. Thanks for watching. Please